Today we'll have a look to find out which is the best fighter in Mobile Legends. The fighter role is quite a popular one and plays an important role during the match. That's why you'll learn which are the best ones to pick right now and in which situation they do very well. Let's start with the video. So at number 5 we have Fuvius, which is really a great pick right now, and let me tell you exactly why. So Fuvius is a magic damage based fighter who deals area of effect damage with his skills and really loves each blinking hero. So let's first have a look at his skills quickly. His first skill saves up to 3 stacks and deals a good amount of damage in an area in front of him. Successfully hitting an enemy rewards you with a shield and 25% movement speed, while it deals 160% damage to minions. His second skill can be cast from a distance, deals some magic damage and centers all enemies, which is great for both his first skill and ultimate. Fuvius' ultimate can only be casted when an enemy casts a blink skill. He then is able to jump towards the hero for 3 seconds, dealing a high amount of magic damage to the target as well as receiving a shield. For 12 seconds Fuvius is able to perform such attacks as long as some hero uses a blink skill. And we have his passive, which reduces the cooldown of his skills by 1 second each time an enemy uses a blink skill. So I think you understand that Fuvius is a great pick against blinking heroes. This enables him to cast his ultimate often, while also benefit a lot from lower cooldown. I suggest you use a balanced build between defensive and offensive items to be as effective as possible. Flameshield is my favorite spell to pick, since from close range it pushes enemies away, which counts as a blink and can therefore activate his passive and ultimate. His combo is quite easy. Just use your ultimate to jump towards an enemy and do skill 1 right away. Repeat if your ultimate is ready again, otherwise continue with skill 1 or skill 2 to activate his ultimate again. To be as effective as possible, you want to choose Fuvius only when the enemy team has sufficient heroes who use blink skills. Fuvius really isn't such a great pick if the enemy doesn't blink that much. But when you match up against heroes like Lancelot, Wanwan, Joe, Fanny, Leomord, Akai or Kagura, this hero really gives your team a big advantage. Fuvius is one of the best picks right now. As long as your enemies blink often, this hero can lead you to a victory. While Fuvius is great against very mobile heroes, hero number 4 on our list likes the heroes with really bad mobility. Number 4 on our list of best fighters is Bedeng. He lately become a quite popular hero to play, and I think it's really justified. Bedeng became way stronger since his small revamp and is now a top tier fighter to play. There are a few points I want to mention which got Bedeng into this list, but first let's go over his skills quickly. Skill 1 is quite easy. It just throws a punch to a certain location, which deals damage to the target, and it explodes if it hits an object to deal additional damage. You can save up to 2 charges of the skill, and it also slows and knocks back the target. Skill 2 can be used to jump a small distance towards an enemy while obtaining a shield. Bedeng stops on hitting an enemy hero and creates an obstacle around him for a few seconds. Casting his ultimate makes Bedeng use his fist to deal continuous damage, which also explodes when hitting an obstacle. This skill benefits from attacking effects, and Bedeng is immune to CC when casting the skill. We only have his passive left, and this makes Bedeng's 5th basic attack knock the enemy back and deal some additional damage. If the enemy is knocked back against an obstacle, the target is stunned for almost a second. So if we analyze Bedeng's skills, he's a remarkable pick against a team without escape skills. This way you can easily catch an enemy with his second skill, to then launch his other skills or basic attack against the target to deal massive damage. Especially squishy heroes like mages, assassins, marksmen or support heroes are perfect targets for Bedeng. Bedeng can also be a great pick if you match up against a team with a lot of CC heroes, since his ultimate makes him immune to CC. This can help a lot against certain heroes. I like to pick Bedeng against heroes that have no escape skill and low HP. A few heroes that meet this criteria are Layla, Belmont, Eve, Hylos and Irritol. It just takes the right enemies and some well-aimed attacks to make really juicy kills. Bedeng is definitely a hero you want to look out for. Hero number 3 is Terizla, which is a fighter who deals a good amount of area effect damage and has great defense too. His skills are quite easy. Skill 1 deals damage to all enemies in his path. Well, the first unit that gets hit will be slowed and deal some additional damage after 3 seconds, while Terizla gains some movement speed. Skill 2 deals damage to all enemies in front of him, slows all enemies and can be casted 3 times. The third one has a bigger area and deals more damage. His ultimate makes Terizla jump to create an area that pulls the enemies to the center, while dealing damage a few times. Then we have his passive, which increases his damage reduction up to 30% based on the HP Terizla is missing. So Terizla has great defense from his passive, but can hit very well with his skills. Especially in team fights, his CC as well as his area of effect damage can help a lot to take down squishy heroes. You can play Terizla on a tanky way or a more damage based build, and I recommend to choose one of them based on your team composition. So if your allies choose heroes that don't deal a lot of damage, you can pick a build with more offensive items. If your team can use some defense, I suggest you pick a more defense focused build. It's really useful when you can adjust according to the needs of the team, so pay close attention when setting up your 3 different builds for Terizla. Terizla is a really strong hero against enemies who have no escape skill. This way they get stuck in his ultimate and it's quite easy to hit his first and second skill. Terizla also does well against high burst damage heroes because of his passive effect. You can choose him against heroes like Eudora, Layla, Bane, Mia and Aurora. Make sure you target these squishy heroes and your teammates will really appreciate your hero. Let's move to hero number 2, which is Paquito. This boxing hero sometimes deals as much damage as an assassin. Paquito has 3 quite easy skills, but to really master his combos it takes a lot of practice. So his passive makes Paquito gain bars, and when he filled 3 bars he can cast one of his skills on an improved way, ignoring the cooldown. Skill 1 deals physical damage in front of him and he gains a shield when hitting an enemy hero. The improved version of the skill deals more damage and adds a bigger shield. Skill 2 makes Paquito dash a small distance and deal damage to enemies in his path. The damage is increased with the improved version. Skill 3 also makes Paquito dash a small distance, deals some damage, knocks back the target, slows the target and he returns back again. The improved version deals more damage and knocks the target airborne. So the skills of Paquito have a quite low cooldown and can be casted fast, which makes him deal a lot of damage in just seconds. The hardest part is to move close to the target, but when he manages to come nearby, Paquito can deal lots of damage to the target. Paquito can be played as a jungler or at a lane, and can be a very fun hero to play if your enemies are behind with your farming. To be successful, I suggest you pick Paquito against slow enemies with bad mobility, so you can come close easily to cast your skills. A few heroes who meet this criteria are Layla, Cyclops, Tigreal, Aldous and Popo and Koopa. It just takes a few right punches to get a squishy hero down quickly, which makes Paquito a fine hero to pick at the moment. Then hero number 1 of this list is Yin. This fighter can be a true nightmare in a 1 vs 1 situation and he really deals a lot of damage. Yin can also be played as a jungler or on the XP lane, but I like to pick him as a jungler. Yin's first skill increases his movement speed and makes his next basic attack deal more damage. His second skill makes Yin jump a small distance to deal some damage by the ring that follows him. Enemies hit by it get stunned for 1 second, while Yin benefits from damage reduction. Then we have his ultimate, which selects one target to bring both of them to a locked area to fight for a few seconds. If Yin kills the target in the area, he keeps his abilities for a few seconds when returning to the battlefield. Lastly, we have his passive, which makes Yin deal 120% damage if no allies are nearby. So why is Yin such a strong pick lately? That's all because of the way his abilities work, and he's especially strong in a 1 vs 1 situation, because of his passive. His combo is quite easy, since you start with skill 1 to get extra movement speed and deal more damage with his basic attack. Cast skill 2 to come close to the target and stun it, and then just use your basic attack to deal damage. If the target isn't killed yet, you can also use his ultimate to move to the locked area. The 2 skills are then available again, which makes his total combo really powerful. If you want to have a lot of kills during the match, you want to target the heroes that have low HP and no escape skill. This way you can come close easily and use your combo to wipe out the HP of the target. Choose Yin against heroes who have bad mobility, low HP and preferably are weak from close combat. Also heroes that aren't made to fight in a locked area are perfect for him. A few heroes where Yin is really strong against are Cecilion, Layla, Ive, Brody, Estes and Ling. I probably don't have to tell you that Yin can form a real problem when he's fat and matches up against some great targets. These were the 5 best fight heroes in Mobile Legends. Please let me know which hero you'll add if you are in charge of this list. As always, thank you for watching and I'll be seeing you again in the next guide.